Hey guys, Chef Joe Ciminera. Today we're going to get started on something special. Now, my good friends at Melissa's Produce, for those of you who don't know Melissa's Produce, sending you all kinds of good exotic stuff. This is their exotic fruit basket. We're going to take it apart, eat it, taste it, talk about it, only here. Taste this. Okay, so here's what it looks like after that wrapping has been taken off. Really good quality stuff. And let's go through it. Taste it. I mean, there might be something here today that you haven't tried, but let's dive into probably the one that you probably heard of, which is an Asian pear. Now, the Asian pear is a unique fruit. You know, I guess it's a cross between like an apple and a pear. It's got the consistency of probably, I would say, an IU pear, you know, but it's got better skin, much edible. Very crispy, very light. And lots of flavorful liquid in here. Like real burst at the end. Now, baby pineapples are much sweeter than any pineapple out there. I don't know what it is. It's just a real tangy, kind of flavorful. So these mini pineapples can come in all different colors. I've had red pineapple. I've had yellow. I've had green. This is your standard. But what you're looking for is beautiful color. And not too firm, but yet soft and delicious. And this is like candy. I mean, wow. If you've ever been to the Dominican Republic and you go on the side of the road and you whack one of those sugar canes right down, this is exactly what it tastes like. This is pretty interesting. You have to love nature. I mean, look at that. Beautiful. Blood oranges, Northern Hemisphere. Really just your harvest is going to be from January to the spring. Citrus flavor with a little bit of redness, tintish in there. I find that the blood oranges are not as good as tangerines, but they're pretty good. Of course, just like the regular orange, loaded with antioxidants, vitamin C. I mean, you know, I can get into it. You know, let's go underneath real quick. Wow. Right on point. I mean, just picked perfectly at the perfect time. Now, these are kumquats. I mean, you can find them all over the place. Big in Asia, but very good on salads and stuff like that. Don't bother peeling it. These are just made to kind of cut down the middle. Be careful, they have some pits sometimes, and squeeze in. Beautiful. This is a lychee fruit from Asia. They're very popular in Asia, grown mostly over there, all over Asia, actually. And this is with the skin on, and this is with the skin off. It's a delicate treat. I guess I would compare the flavor of this like a grape. If you leave the lychee nut to really ripen, you almost get a sense of wine in the fruit, almost like a fermentation. And you have a pit inside the middle, but just an incredible fruit. Pain in the neck to peel, but easy to eat. Now, this is a passion fruit from South America. And it's not too much of it outside, but when you cut it open, you get this beautiful yellow with these incredible pits that is so flavorful. And this, when in making it in a delicate sauce, is perfect on fish, especially white fish, and so because it gives it that tangy. So you have the citrus flavor, but these are pits that are very easily to crunch. I mean, you don't have to worry about kind of spitting them out. You can eat them, and let alone desserts, they're perfect with. But I like, you know, white flaky fish to make my passion fruit sauce on. Next is the papaya. Now, the papaya is one of my favorite. And to be honest with you, the reason why I like it is because it's a great digestive fruit. A lot of people don't know that. Now, the seeds are obviously garbage, but the flesh here is pale, but really, I'd say that it's kind of like the texture like a ripe mango. But the thing about papaya is you really have to eat a ripened one. Otherwise, it's like eating nothing. I mean, there is absolutely no flavor with an unripened papaya. Squeeze the sides like that. If you get a little bit of give in there, it's a good indication that it's nice and ripe. Rich in vitamin A, vitamin C. It's a great fruit. And you just slide your knife right underneath like that. You'll know when it's ripe. And this is perfect. Now, this is the popular dragon fruit. Now, this fruit has been popular for the first 3 years, probably I'd say in the early 2000s or so. It's kind of died down a little bit. It's an interesting fruit. It's of the cactus family. You'll find it in Central America. Not one of my favorite, but still a delectable. I mean, in the outside, obviously, you're gonna cut around it. Reminds me almost like a pomegranate or something like that. But it's got a very subtle flavor. It's got edible pits that are in it. And if you get a nice ripe one like this, it's an interesting fruit. I don't know if you'll get kids to try it, but they really are missing out if they don't try it because it is really a wonderful fruit. A little difficult to get. You'll find it at Melissa's, but sometimes your specialty stores will have it. Beautiful color though. You really make a beautiful sauce. Nice coulis over really nice like a light cake or even some fruit gelée or something like that. Okay, these are obviously baby bananas, but what's interesting about these baby bananas, I mean, not only are they rich in fiber and really nice, a good amount of potassium in there as well, but when they're ripe, and this is not at the ripe stage, by the way, if you're ever going to make banana Fosters, use these bananas. Okay, now I don't care if they're green, yellow, red. Yes, they do have red bananas. I don't have any here, but anyway, these smaller bananas, which are always about 3 or 4 inches, are the best bananas to make banana Fosters. Excellent. I mean, they're loaded. They have a beautiful flavor. They just coat really well with the sugar and everything else, the brown sugar that you're putting in the pan with it. Try it next time you're making your banana Foster. Hey, that's going to conclude this exotic fruit segment. I hope you run out and really try something new because that's what eating and food and cuisine is all about. It's about tasting something you would never take before. Try it. You might love it, right? Always try and open and expand your palate to new flavors, ideas. And remember, if you can't get these exotic things at your local store, check out Melissa's Produce online. They'll deliver it right to your door. There are no rules in cooking, certainly not sampling any exotic fruits. Taste this.